Nebraska Extension held the 2015 Weed Management Field Day in Clay Center on Wednesday. The event was sponsored in part by the Nebraska Corn Board and showed growers, advisors, and others in the industry demonstrations on weed control in both corn and soybean fields. At the event, we talked with Nebraska Extension Weed Management Specialist Amit Jhala about resistance issues in the state and about what was new at this year's field day.
There are some new herbicides are recently registered in corn and soybean. So it was a good time to make growers and others familiar with these new herbicides that are coming to the market in corn and soybean. For example, Acuron is one corn herbicide recently registered in corn. So that was a good project that growers were interested in. Plus in soybean there are some new herbicides including Trivens and some other herbicides, for example Solstice, Marvel, Anthem Max, and in fact Diflex, which is a new formulation of dicamba in corn. So yeah, there were some new herbicides that we demonstrated during the field day.
Tell me about those tools. How can farmers use them to better manage weeds in their fields?
The message is same, using different mode of action of herbicides for management of herbicide resistant weeds, plus it will help us to make sure that we do not end up with having new population of weeds that will be resistant to any particular herbicide. So use of residual herbicides plus tank mixing herbicides with different mode of action would be the key. Additionally, integrated management approach would be more useful rather than relying only on one herbicide.
What's the update on herbicide resistant weeds in the state?
So far we have 8 weeds resistant to at least one group of herbicides, including 6 weeds now that are resistant to glyphosate, including common water hemp, common ragweed, giant ragweed, kochia, mare's tail, and palmer amaranth. So these are the 6 weeds that are broadleaf weeds, and they are already problematic weed to control, and now they are resistant to glyphosate. So these 6 weeds are the greatest challenge for Nebraska corn and soybean producers, and we are conducting several experiments for management of those resistant weeds.
Such as, or things that might be able to be useful in the future?
Yes, for last 3 years we conducted experiments near to Fremont for management of glyphosate resistant common water hemp. Same way we did studies for control of glyphosate resistant giant ragweed, and this year in fact we have another field day on August 4th where we are going to discuss about different management approach for control of herbicide resistant palmer amaranth.
Last year when we talked at this field day, I think, you said if your weed control program worked really well this year, you should change it next year. Does the same still hold, or could you reiterate why that is?
Yes, no, I would like to hold the same slogan again and again, and that is what I told growers today, like although your herbicide program looks good today, you still need to change it next year, because that is the way you are going to rotate your herbicides, rotate your crops, and that is the key for management of herbicide resistant weeds, plus to reduce the chances of any new herbicide resistant weeds in your field.
As Amit mentioned, the herbicide resistant palmer amaranth management field day will take place August 4th near Shickley. We'll link to more information about the event on the Market Journal website. We'll have more from the field day next week when Nebraska Extension entomologist Bob Wright will describe which insects corn and soybean producers can be looking for when scouting their fields.